Check this out. This is the Kawa 6. It's a medium format film camera made in Japan. Pretty popular back in the day, 60s, 70s. My dad had one of these cameras back in the early 70s. It was his first official professional camera that he owned himself. And it's a beautiful camera. This pops up. There's a little pop-up eyepiece here. I have the 150 millimeter 3.5, and you may not have ever heard of the Kawa line of cameras. They're not around anymore, but they were quite a thing. Japan, made in Japan, beautiful cameras. So let me tell you about this thing. It takes 120 and 220. I've got this loaded up with black and white right now. And we're going to get out there and try it. Beautiful glass, great build quality. They last a long time. They sound great. Really, there's just one thing. When I asked my dad, why did you get rid of this camera? He said, well, if you're shooting weddings, particularly, they did a lot of that. That was one thing he did a lot of. With medium format film, you get either 12 shots or 24 shots, depending on the kind of film you've got loaded up. And if you want to switch between the two, you actually have to flip a few things around inside this camera so that it works. Well, here's the problem. If you're working quickly, which means you've done your 12 shots or your 24 shots, and you got to change film. If you're working on a tripod, which they usually did, because they usually had lights hooked up, right here, a little sync cord connected, so you'd have to pull the camera off of your tripod, take your tripod plate off the camera, open the back up, change the film, put your tripod plate back on, and reset it up. So stick that on there, lock it back down. So that was really slow, hard to work with. If you had an assistant, I guess you could, in multiple cameras, you could hand it off. Whereas the one that lasted, that they ended up using more was a Hasselblad, which has a full removable back. So you could have several backs loaded up with film. You just pop a slide in, pull the back off, put another back on, and you're shooting, or have different kinds of film and different backs. So a little more versatile in that style of camera with a modular back on the camera. But even the Mamiya 645, you can change without switching off the tripod. So that was also a very common camera that they shot with. But this is a bit of nostalgia, and I don't need to shoot quickly with this camera, so we're just going to have a lot of fun. .250 f11. We're in focus. We're gonna hit the button. Love it. Love that sound. Hoping this is actually working. The thing about film is you never quite know if it's actually working or not until you're done. Kind of like this composition here with this tree. So I thought maybe we'll stop and take a look. Learn how to use this tripod here. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Let's go for it, should we? You gotta love that sound. Okay, well, yeah, I guess you don't have to, but I do. I love it. Let's see, let's do a super wide shot too, that's kind of fun. So I'm gonna kick this up to say f16 as well. Nice. All right, well, let's walk over the hill. The thing about hiking and photography is if you're in a pretty place, you tend to take all day and not really get anywhere, but you have a great time. There might be a composition here. Something catches your eye, so you gotta look at it, right? Huh. That's kind of interesting. Nice leading lines here. Okay. Sure everything's still good and solid. Let's go on a walk. Kind of a neat composition here. Let's just see if I like anything else better before we take the plunge here. So I think I'm going to kick this up to F16 and we'll go to 125th, and I'll double check that with my light meter here in a second. All right, so I've got a light meter app on my phone. It's called Light Meter. That's very fitting. So if we go to F16, 400 speed film, it's showing 1/60th or 1/25th. We'll go with 1/25th. That's close enough. Okay, we're going to focus. Interesting sound. Okay. There's a picture. Take a similar shot maybe with this camera. Have to turn it on first. So if that's at 150, well, I wonder what that would be about here about. I'm using handheld high-res mode on my OM3. And a lot of people mistake this for a film camera too, so they kind of look like they're from the same era. All right, well, let's keep going. All right. And kind of fun shooting with this 150 millimeter. Makes you compose a little differently. It is a fun process shooting with film. Well, maybe we'll kick this into black and white mode and take a few shots and see what we get. Ah, there it is. Manual focus. Some really deep shadows of this mode. Makes me feel like I'm shooting an old-timey camera, which I guess I am.